Hello, hi viewers. Welcome to the studios of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Open University. This is Professor G. Srinivas Reddy. I am here to give a video lecture on theories of public policy with special reference to elite theory and group theory. In this lecture, we cover the meaning and importance of theory as well as the meaning and importance of public policy, along with what are the major public policies that are there that help us to understand the public policies or to analyze public policies. Word drawn from Latin and Greek theoria, which means conception, mental scheme, contemplation, speculation, looking at, viewing, a sight, show, spectacle, things looked at, especially one based on certain general principles independent of the thing to be explained. One good example of this could be Darwin's theory of evolution. Darwin has theorized about the evolution of the universe. Public policy is a framework of laws, regulations and actions that governments implement to achieve socio-economic goals. There are also statements of the government's intent or the commitment of the government to address issues and problems that are there in the society. Public policies they shape decisions of the government and officials and organizations of the government. Public policies affect positively or affect the society, the economy and public polity, the polity. Therefore, public policies are considered very important. Public policies are ubiquitous. What it actually means is that they are there everywhere. In all modern governments, there are certain policies which are known as public policies. Public policies are nothing but the policies of the government. The public policies are integral to the governance of modern nations these days. The modern government, in a way, we can say that is a government by public policy. And this is important in the context of the nature of the state in the modern times. The earlier states during the ancient and medieval period were regulatory states largely, but today's states are interventionist states because they want to bring in development in the society. So, therefore, public policies have assumed greater importance in the modern times. In India, the roots of public policies go back to ancient period. Kautilya's Arthashastra has number of mentions about public policies, the way they should be, what their nature should be, how they should be implemented and all that. Arthashastra has lot of insights into the understanding of public policy. Ashoka the Great, who emphasized peace and harmony through his policies, transitioning from an era of constant warfare to one of peace and prosperity. Later rulers like Akbar introduced significant reforms demonstrating the evolving nature of public policies. In post-independence India, the government has met with a situation of a revolution of rising expectations, because during the freedom struggle various promises were made by the leaders of the country or the leaders of the freedom struggle, and there was a time that has come up to redeem all these pledges and all these promises, and therefore, public policies had to be taken up in a big way. Now, public policies need to be understood. Now, we need to have proper public policies, sound public policies. To make them, therefore, we should understand what are the different approaches to understand public policies. From the academic material that we have, from the textbooks, we can glean certain major theories of public policies. They are institutionalism, incrementalism, elite theory, systems theory, public choice theory, group theory or interest group theory, game theory, rational choice theory. These theories try to tell us how to analyze public policies. For example, institutionalism says that public policies are the products of the institutions like legislatures, political parties and all that. If you study these, you will get to know what is the nature of public policy. Second, incrementalism says that public policies are basically very conservative, and therefore, there is little change in public policies despite change of governments. Elite theory says that the society is divided into elites and masses. Elites decide public policies and masses are only spectators. Then systems theory says that political system is something that interacts with its environment. Therefore, public policies are nothing but they are dependent on the pressures from the environment, the forces that are acting in the environment. As a result of these forces, the political system gives certain outputs. These outputs are the public policies. They are in the nature of decisions and actions. Public choice theory says that public choice, it's a basically one which has come from economy, and it says that there should be diverse public policies, so that citizens have a choice to choose from them. Group theory says that interest groups are very important in modern governance, and therefore, groups decide the dominant groups, the powerful groups with lot of resources, ideology, access to power and all that, they influence the public policies rather than other things. The game theory is there, rational choice theory is there. Like this, we have a large number of theories, and in conclusion, we can say that public policies, there are various theories of public policies. These theories help us to understand what are public policies. There are different public policies that are there, and these public policy theories, rather these are not public policies, but public policy theories that try to give us alternate versions, sometimes even conflicting versions of what is the nature of public policy. And perhaps to understand the public policies correctly, we need to use all these viewpoints, or these are all the alternative points of view to get at the rounded or overall view of public policy. Public policies are important because public policies can make lot of changes to the life of people. Say for example, government's decision to go for an alternate fuel, or the government's decision to raise age of marriage, or the government's decision to restrict the number of children or to increase the number of children that a couple should have. These have far reaching implications for society, and therefore, we all need to understand what is theory, what is public policy, and what are all the different theories of public policies. Thank you.